Good morning, this is Send 7 World News in 7 minutes. I'm Stephen Devincenzi. Today is Thursday, the 21st of March, 2024. Starting in Europe today, in Ireland, Prime Minister Leo Varadkar has resigned. Varadkar has been Prime Minister, generally known as a Taoiseach, in Ireland for 15 months, and was also Taoiseach from 2017 to 2020. Varadkar said that both personal and political reasons motivated him to resign. He also said that despite the challenges, he would still recommend to others a career in politics.
My reasons for stepping down are both personal and political. I believe this government can be re-elected, and I believe my party Fine Gael can gain seats in the next Dáil. But after careful consideration and some soul-searching, I believe that a new Taoiseach and a new leader will be better placed than me to achieve that. And despite the challenges, would wholeheartedly recommend a career in politics to anyone who's considering it. However, politicians are human beings and we have our limitations. We give it everything until we can't anymore, and then we have to move on.
In Ukraine, Russia has used torture and arbitrary detention in occupied parts of Ukraine, according to a United Nations report released yesterday. The United Nations Human Rights Office report was based on thousands of interviews and said that Russia had committed widespread violations of human rights. The report also said that Russia has tried to suppress the Ukrainian identity of children and that schools in occupied areas were being used to justify Russia's invasion. Russia and Ukraine have exchanged fire of artillery and drones across their international border. In Ukraine's city of Kharkiv, a Russian missile killed 3 people yesterday. The governor of Russia's Belgorod region said that 2 people were killed by Ukrainian missiles. Anti-Putin Russian fighters based in Ukraine have claimed to have destroyed a Russian ammunition warehouse in the Belgorod region. Last week, these groups crossed into Russia and took control of 2 villages. It is not clear if they are still in Russia or have crossed back into Ukraine. Russia has evacuated people from some parts of Belgorod and is planning to evacuate around 9,000 children from Belgorod. Ukraine is expected to produce more than 1 million drones in 2024. However, Digital Minister Mikhailo Fedorov has said that Ukraine could produce 2 million drones if it had more financial support. In Spain, police have raided a residence of former Football Federation President Luis Rubiales, who caused a scandal last year after giving footballer Jennifer Hermoso an unwanted kiss and then refusing to resign from his position. Rubiales' home in the city of Granada was raided in connection with corruption and money laundering investigations. Rubiales has not been arrested, however 6 other people have been arrested. Americas. In Bolivia, 7.2 tons of cocaine have been seized, worth around $450 million. The drugs were believed to be destined for Belgium from Chilean ports. In Chile, continuous droughts are affecting access to drinking water. The north of Chile has been particularly affected, and in the region of Coquimbo, the Cogoti Reservoir has completely dried up. Africa. Sudan is facing one of the worst humanitarian crises in recent history, the United Nations has said. There has been a civil war in Sudan since April last year, when fighting started between Sudan's army and the paramilitary group the Rapid Support Forces, which was a part of the army until then. The United Nations says that 8 million people have been displaced by the fighting, and 18 million people are facing acute food insecurity, more than at any point since the war started. The World Food Programme said yesterday that coordinated international efforts are needed to prevent famine. Ethiopia's biggest bank has told people that they must return money that they were accidentally able to withdraw because of a technical mistake. For a short time, customers were able to take more money out of their bank accounts than they actually held, and reports of the situation spread on social media, making more people take advantage of the problem. Commercial Bank of Ethiopia President Abe Sano told the BBC that people who do not return the money will be prosecuted. Asia. Israel's army has said that it has killed, quote, approximately 90 terrorists, end quote, and arrested 160 people during a raid on the Al-Shifa hospital in northern Gaza that started on Monday. Hamas denied the Israeli story and said that only hospital patients were killed. Close to Japan, at least 8 people have died after a South Korean cargo ship sank yesterday in rough waters. The crew were from South Korea, Indonesia, and China. Vietnam's President Vo Van Thuong has resigned amid corruption allegations in the Vietnamese government. The presidency is generally considered to be the second most powerful position in Vietnam after the General Secretary of the Communist Party. And in Cambodia, Prime Minister Hun Manet has said that musical vehicle horns will be banned to stop people from dancing to them. Videos of people dancing to specialised vehicle horns have been spreading on social media. Hun said that musical horns were causing anarchy in the streets, and authorities would make sure that vehicle horns only make normal sounds. That's your world news in 7 minutes. Do you know someone who might like this podcast? Send this episode to them, and I'm sure they will thank you. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.